Seriously at sea when setting up the center pass? How about we soothe your suspicions so that play starts in your matches smoothly? Let's do this. Hey friends, I'm Keely down at FHumpires, and I invite you to settle in for this hot take on just one hockey rule. Thanks to Robert Turnbull, we're going to turn our attention to sort out a rule that we don't think about very often, and that's the center pass. The rules governing the self pass are super simple. 6.3. A center pass is taken, A, to start the match and to start the second quarter by a player from the team winning the coin toss if they choose this option, otherwise by a player of the opposing team. B, to restart the match after halftime and to start the fourth quarter by a player of the team which did not take the center pass to start the match. C, after a goal by a player of the team against which the goal was scored. 6.4. Taking the center pass. A, taken at the center of the field. B, it is permitted to play the ball in any direction. C, all players other than the player taking the center pass must be in the half of the field which includes the goal they are defending. D, the procedures for taking a free hit apply. As with every set piece in our game, being proactive is the best way to make sure that these go off without a hitch. When they're being used to start play at the beginning of a time period, so halftime or at the quarter if you're playing those, it's a lot easier to take your time to ensure the opposition has started the required 5 meters away from the ball, for example. No time is ticking off the clock, so there's no excuse not to take this great opportunity to step in and firmly but kindly set your standards. If your local competition doesn't stop time for goals, as most of ours don't, you may slip up a little bit on these restarts. Our tendency is to relax when a goal is scored because we think we finally have a few seconds to ourselves where we're not going to have to make any decisions. Au contraire, my friends, we need to stay sharp and watch for things like angry reactions by the team that's just been scored upon, dick moves by the team that did just score, or attempts to waste time by whichever team might want to, and finally, just silliness on the center pass. Here's an example of managing time wasting around the center pass. In this clip, the team scored upon wants to have a little huddle to gather themselves after a goal scored against them. But unlike in international televised play where time is stopped for 40 seconds to allow for replays to be shown, there is no time stoppage here. The supporting umpire ends up intervening to make sure that the team trying to continue their comeback doesn't lose time off the clock or suffer a break in the momentum.
Are you recording?
What's that?
You're recording the game.
Oh yeah.
Never seen that happen.
In our next clip, the team scored on also struggles to restart play, in part because a few of the players are continuing to argue with the controlling umpire about the goal that was just scored against them. When they ignore the whistle to play the center pass and the clear verbal urgings from the umpire just in case the whistle wasn't clear enough, he stops time and then reverses the center pass.
Are we stopping time for this? No.
This is a risky step this late in a close game. I think the sounder intervention is to stop time as soon as possible to prevent the time wasting from having any effect, and then to card the captain for the misconduct. Keep everything calm, use the stop clock to your advantage, and get your message across clearly to all the players, and then restart play when everything is settled. Lastly, if an opposing player breaches sub C and sneaks out of the half they're defending before the ball has been played on the center pass and gains an advantage from doing so, it's an easy free hit against, as we see here.
The whistle goes, and the final 15 minutes, well, Japanese complain, and with just cause, that the Chinese player was inside their half before they'd actually push back.
Ideally, you reset the sneaky sprinter before the ball even gets played, just as you would as an early management step for a 5-meter infringement when the game has gotten going. If you can't, and the infringement doesn't have any impact on the play, you probably would continue, but have a word with either the captain or the player involved at an opportune moment. A good time would be when the players come back out to start the next period of play and are getting ready to do it all over again. Did this Ruly Tuesday sort out this set piece to your satisfaction? Speak your sense in the comments and replies, and seek out the like button to sanction this session. Registration is open for only 5 more days for our Player Proof Your PCs workshop, so don't sleep on your sign up. Scurry on over to FHumpires.com/workshops very soon, and remember, FHU3T members get super special dispensations. Survey your situation at FHU3T.com, and I'm certain I'll see you shortly. Ciao for now.